Inflation is out of control, and many are asking, when will Javier Milei finally defeat it? In this video, we'll dive into the strategies he's using to tackle this problem and discuss when we might see concrete results. If you want to understand the economic challenges Argentina is facing and how Milei plans to solve them, you're in the right place. Before we get into the details, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated with all our content about politics and economics. Leave a like if you enjoy this type of analysis and comment below with your thoughts on Milei's measures. Let's get started. Since Javier Milei became a prominent figure in the political scene, he's been vocal about his economic ideas. One of the key points of his plan is dollarizing the Argentine economy. According to Milei, abandoning the Argentine peso and adopting the US dollar as the official currency would bring stability and help combat the hyperinflation that has plagued the country for years. This proposal has sparked much debate, but Milei believes that without a stable currency, Argentina will never achieve economic growth. Now, you might be wondering, how would this work in practice? The idea is simple, but execution is far from easy. The economy needs serious adjustments, and transitioning to the dollar would require several structural reforms. Milei argues that while the process may be painful at first, the long-term benefits would outweigh the short-term sacrifices, something he is determined to defend at all costs. But is dollarizing the economy the only solution? While some experts support the idea, others believe it would only mask deeper issues, like the lack of trust in Argentina's institutions. And this is where a new debate begins. How far is Milei willing to go to reform institutions and rebuild public trust? That brings us to our next point, which goes beyond dollarization. Another central pillar in Milei's strategy to defeat inflation is fiscal adjustment. He's been a strong advocate of drastically reducing public spending, arguing that the Argentine government spends far more than it collects, increasing debt and devaluing the currency. Milei promises to cut programs he considers inefficient, justifying that the state needs to be leaner and less interventionist. For Milei, cutting spending is not just about economic math, it's a matter of survival. He insists that maintaining the current level of public spending only pushes Argentina toward more international loans and, of course, more inflation. His plan includes significantly reducing government bureaucracy by eliminating positions and entities that, according to him, drain resources without creating real value for society. However, this austerity policy may face resistance, especially from sectors that rely on government subsidies. Additionally, there's the challenge of balancing cuts with the need to maintain essential services for the population. This raises the question, will Milei be able to implement these reforms without facing strong opposition? This clash between austerity and social resistance brings us to the next topic. Even with an ambitious economic plan, Milei faces a major obstacle: political and social resistance. Many sectors of Argentine society rely on the subsidies and social programs that he plans to cut. Public workers, unions and social movements have expressed concerns about the impact of these reforms, and, as expected, the political opposition isn't making things easy for him. The situation is complex. To implement the changes he proposes, Milei will need strong support in Congress, which is not always guaranteed. Moreover, protests and strikes may arise as the impact of the reforms hits the population. The pressure on Milei will be immense, and he'll need to balance economic expectations with social discontent. After all, inflation might be the main enemy, but the government also needs to maintain political stability. Given this challenge, many question whether Milei will have the political strength to follow through on his promises. The success of his plan largely depends on his ability to negotiate and maintain popular support while facing fierce opposition. But can he manage this delicate balance? In the next topic, we'll discuss whether Milei's political alliances will be enough to ensure the implementation of his policies. Thank you for watching. As we've seen, Milei's battle against inflation is complex, filled with economic, political and social challenges. He's betting on deep reforms such as dollarization and cutting public spending. But the big question remains, will he win this war? With so many obstacles in his path, only time will tell if his strategies will be enough to stabilize Argentina's economy. If you enjoyed this video and want to stay updated with more analyses like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button and comment on what you think. Will Milei defeat inflation, or is he fighting a losing battle? See you next time.